Politics, they say, is a matter of who gets what, when, and how. And that climb is defined as democracy, going for the people, by the people, and for the people. People, people, people. For what is happening right now in those local government areas, some are saying it's a rebirth of democracy. Others are of the opinion that it's a total hijack of the democratic system in Edo State, where chairmen are first of all suspended. All of a sudden, some of them are beginning to be impeached. What do you feel about this trend? Let's go to the streets and find out the pulse of some Edo citizens as they express their views and opinions in this installment of Viewpoint. Let's go to the streets.
What is happening in our local government today is condemnable. This is not far from the kind of politics we have in Nigeria, where anybody who emerges as a governor wants to have his own structure, and they know that the local government is so powerful and the local government chairman are close to the people. And you see that any governor that comes to power, he wants to suspend, he wants to remove, even when there is clear-cut judgment or an injunction to stay on execution. We saw what happened. It started with the House of Assembly suspending the local government chairman and the vice, and right now the councillors, the manhandling of the staff. What is happening right now is terrible. I just want to call on all the gladiators to know that first, those states' interests need to be looked into. How is this representing us before investors? Investors will take us serious. We need to see that our local government elections and local government institutions are strengthened, because the local government is closer to the people and the government of the grassroots. If you look at what is happening right now, though people will suffer more. We have a good weather now where local government ought to have great streets, lanes, and the people will even have a little feel of government, effect of dividends of democracy. Right now, there's no stability in any of the local government. All you see today is there's impeachment without any clear call following due process. But we want to say that the governor must step in this time around to say that enough is enough. The state need to enjoy some level of peace. At those states, we want to see that we show or set good example.
The government of the day, led by distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo, is just settling down. It's just 2 months old. It's settling down in the business of governance. It's determined to give good governance to the people. And that is the concentration at the moment. We are aware that the State House of Assembly, in reaction to certain allegations, had to look at it and put a suspension on some chairmen, on some of these chairmen. The state governor is not involved in on this matter. Most of these things are purely legislative exercise, and that is my opinion on that. What is currently going on, the upset here and there, is impeachment that is ongoing. I was a councillor in 1999. Impeachment against chairmen will always generate issues and discourse. So it's not out of place that it's generating this huge public discourse. So that is what is currently happening. It's normal. We are all product of the Constitution. The government of the day is a creation of the 1999 Constitution. The legislative arm, they are all creation of the Constitution. Nobody is in government by their own self. They are all creation of the Constitution. We must allow the rule of law to prevail in all circumstances. That is what is currently happening. Otherwise, if the governor had not followed the due process, he would have probably just said, I'm dissolving all of them. But he's not doing that. He's not doing that at all. Because the governor is conscious of the constitutional provision. He's conscious of his power. And that is why you are seeing all this you are saying. I don't think there is any problem at all where we are all abiding by constitutional provision. The local government laws, as well as the 1999 Constitution as amended. So that is what is guiding the various public actors in this situation. So I don't think there's any problem. it will resolve itself. If you are aggrieved, you go to court. That is the process. You cannot resort to violence. You cannot resort to brute force. So we are all products of the Constitution. If you think your rights have been breached, then you go to court. So I can tell you that the court is capable of redressing any wrong.
The governor do not want peace. I say so because he has his own government to control. Going through the Constitution, there is no way the council is against him or for him. The council or chairman and vice chairman of council, they have the councillors who serve as the House of Assembly to the governor. They also serve as the legislative arm to the chairman and the vice. If they do any wrong, they have the right to take any action against them. But this one is a false one on the councillors. They know they were wrong, or the governor was wrong, when initially he wrote to the House of Assembly to get a power that is not due to him. In wanting to correct those now, he's using the councillors arbitrarily without following the law to remove council chairman. If we remove the council chairman, what of the vice? What offense has he committed? Because where there is no chairman, the vice take over. Because he wants trouble for the opposition party, that's why he's doing all this. And you're already aware, most of these councillors are already cross-carpeting, going to his party. The most funny one is the Ovia Southwest. Not up to 3 days. The same councillors that cross-carpet to APC also removed the chairman of their council. My observation is that, one, he wants to dissolve the council and conduct another election. Go and take note of that. People are saying he wants the money of the council. I don't know. Though it's lying that the council send 800 million every month to PDP leaders. I don't know which type of leaders. I can take oath. Everyone know me. I do not take. Even election, I do not take money from candidate. You want anything, I don't take money from you. You bring drink, self, I will not even take it. At times I go in, bring drink and cola to pray for you when you bring your own. So if people feel I don't have integrity, I'm one of the leaders they are accusing. I have integrity. He will fail. First, the Supreme Court deliberated on these things. Attorney General of the Federation gave a green light on how this thing should be done. Chief Judge of Edo State, his own state, delivered judgment on this thing. Justice Ikpome of Edo State gave judgment on these things. You can see him taking pictures now with even councillors, and yet he's denying. Why is he denying?
I think on the issue of the suspension of the local government is a party affair. It's the PDP versus the PDP. So, though to me, you cannot eat your cake and have it, because the same people that is shouting today, they were mute few years ago when some members of the Edo State House of Assembly, about 14 of them, were not sworn in by the governor. And upon the protest and the complaints we made, the former governor was deaf on that, and didn't listen. Even at the time, I think the daughter of the former governor of Edo State, Bemodia, was also suspended as a local government chairman, and everybody kept mute. On this one now is the suspension of the chairman and the vice chairman for 2 months. This one is, and we are just crying already. So we would have waited for the 2 months to elapse and see what would have also go on from there. Then now you are also seeing that because power is toxic, the councillors are trying to also now finally just impeach their chairman, and while some are still pledging loyalty to their chairman. It goes to show about politics. That is the way it is. Are you getting it now? We are not playing politics in America, neither UK. We are playing it in Nigeria. So it's going to be like that until, but I would have suggested that they would have waited for the 2 months to elapse. Some are saying there's a court injunction on it, no court injunction on it, but I think it was a simple question asked by the governor. Let's get your financial records from so-so to so-so so that we can compare, and you guys went to court to change base, and the governor with his own wisdom did not verbatim say he complained the issue to a PDP-led House of Assembly, and there was a vote, and at the end of the day the vote went out that they should be suspended, the chairman and the vice chairman, for 2 months, and I think it's just a month away now to complete it. So instead of waiting, this same chairman again went back to the court to start doing court issues. So to me, we would have allowed the process to sway, because be that it's based on people also complaining that their election was not even well conducted, but I'm not in support of that, because they are in government already, they are in government no matter what may. But I think they would have waited to see what 2 months the governor has before making any move or even try to force themselves back to their various offices. So we should be patient for the 2 months that the House of Assembly has suspended them to elapse, while they also wait so that we will not cause commotion. But at the time you cause commotion, it's no longer you as an individual, then it should not be you and government itself. If there's a fight anywhere, the government cannot come in to say this on this issue. So they would have waited instead of dancing the political macabre dance unnecessarily. So the governor on his own should also use his own wisdom, because he's just also steering the affairs. He has a good cordial relationship with the House of Assembly from the way things are going, budget presentation, commissioner clearance. So I think the chairman too should also try to see how they can build that synergy, where they can also come in tandem to see how they can cooperate with the government of the day. Because truth may be, we cannot hide it, is local government is a grassroots government. That is where anybody can quickly run to. The easiest place you can run to, first of all, on any issue is your local government. And if the local government is empty, more people will be hungry. Are you getting that? So it's quickly on time we put hands on deck to make sure and see how the government of the day can balance the local government angle, of which I foresee they are presently doing, because it is also good to check the record. Are you getting it now? If somebody is saying, "Wish your master, you stole my money, let me see your back," if your conscience is clear, you are not supposed to even be scared of tendering to say this is it, I can do it. Instead of you going to court to say you don't have the right or you have the right. You don't have the right now, you have been suspended. If you had done that issue, I'm not sure the suspension will come. You are going to court to stop injunction. If you have prevented this issue by opening up what was asked, I'm not sure we'll be where we are today. But I think God is on our side. The place has been going peaceful. But at the end of the day, I know everything will take shape, because a new government has come trying to stand better. With the local government coming in, everything will be in shape. An individual don't have right. We have law enforcement agency who is to enforce the law, not an individual. Osakoba, going to a place to say you want to enforce the law. Nobody has given you that power or that right. You don't have that right. So whatever happened to them at that scene, they should also bear it. Are you getting it now? Because you cannot move. The governor has said they should leave there. So if they go there, it's now left for the police, the DSS, to put things in place to say, why are you here when you are on suspension? Not individual going there to start screaming to say they want to put laws into there. And they should be arrested and charged to court for treason or peace disturbance.
Sometimes we are short of what to comment on issues of APC and local government hierarchy, this kind of troubles going around. But however, I am of the view that APC should have been more concentrated on how to take the people forward. than the wrangling suspensions upon suspensions. Some are not illegal, some are, have resorted to some kind of self-help, as may be said. So if my opinion clearly is that APC is trying to be off the track. We should be considering the main development, repairing what is spoiled already, and taking people off to a level that will be appreciable by the citizens of Edo State. To go into local government, suspending, it's a retardation of development itself. So if you ask me as a viewer, I think it's a misplacement. There's a way to cohabit with local government officials without having to derail the process of development in Edo State. So more fortunately, therefore, I think the government should settle down, check its bits, and be sure that what we need in Edo State is cohabitation. Whether you are from APC or PDP or Labour Party, we should cohabit because a government is now established. So reading our action from the perspective of what political party we belong in determination of a government or in describing a government is absurd. I think right now we have a government established in Edo State. It does not matter whether it comes from APC. And so that government must be prepared to deal with all persons in Edo State as the people the government governs. So to delve into the local government and this kind of wrangling and noise making, I'm not sure it's helping the development of the two political parties in government as it you have PDP, you have APC here. So what is the fight all about really? What's the fight all about? They can cohabit and make matters simple for people of Edo State. The suspicion is arising from this instincts of thinking that it is not PDP or it is not BC that is in the local government. That is the instinct that is running. And I'm saying it's wrong. You must have, in fact, to be able to be balanced in government, that all facets of political, party members should be in government. If you have PDP in the local government, you have Labour Party in some aspect, you have APC, that is the government. And to make it a parallel or a single government affair, it teaches to a single political party, ruling the government, ruling the country. That is what it's teaching to. So when you say you have 80 over 80 in an election, it is fraud. There's no way you can have that neatly. It must be because we are contesting from various aspects of the political party. So there's no way you can have straight 18 like they've done in their history. So I'm saying that the PDP could be the local government as a mixture. APC can be there as a mixture. We run government, we cohabit because as at this point, it is government. It is no longer political party once it's established like that. So this is the point we are making. The advice is that government should readdress itself, get back and see that there are more other good things to be done for Edo State than this wrangling, and thinking that those you have in local government are predominantly PDP and then you must chase them out. You must refrain from doing that. And he must watch the advices he takes from the sidelines and make himself a bit in charge. He must be in charge.
Yes, it's like those are PDP affairs, and they are all PDPs. We are APC members, so I think maybe they have some misunderstanding between them based on misappropriation of funds and all those things. And I'm aware that they were invited by the state government and asked them to produce or provide their statement of account, but to date, I think they have not done anything about it. So I think maybe because of that, the information now get to the councillors. So I think that is what is going on now. So the single councillors will not be carrying along, and the majority of them are angry. I think that is the difference between what is going on now. Councillors have right to impeach them. So I think that is what is going on. And as we speak right now, we have in local government in various local government chairman in various local governments. I will only talk about my own for the now, which is Bubaka. We have Jolly Obosa. It's our new local government and the acting chairman right now. My advice for them is to comply with the state government because we need development in our state. This is a new year. The state must move forward. You can see there is no project from various local governments, and the funds are there. They make provision for those things. So I think one or two reasons why they don't do their develop their local government is left for them. But we are trying to straighten all the local governments so that they will know their project and they know their duty, because government is all about grassroots. So it starts from the grassroots. So I think that is where they are doing there some corrections now. The RT chairmen should try and work with the governor so that they will develop Edo State. So I pray and I believe most of them are ready to work with the governor. So very soon you will start seeing development across the 18 local governments.
When we talked about the local government issue presently in Edo State, it's not a surprise. You know, it has become an issue that has been lingering up and down, because I wonder whereby when the government come in, we don't do what we call continuity. We begin to have what we call witch hunting each other. We are asking a question just because the opposite side is on. You are fighting other side of. When you look at it very well closely, presently, I think what the present government is doing about the local government is unfair. If we must agree and we must tell ourselves the truth, because autonomy have already been granted to the local government to rule. First, we were told that they were suspended from their seat, and secondly, we now see that they have been impeached. Because I wonder, because to me sometimes when I see some of those news, I wonder, this is my state, whereby a TAT will go to a local government, seal up the local government, send the local government chairman out of the seat. So I've not seen it, you have not been done anywhere. I've not seen any in anywhere apart from this state, whereby you see the TAT, they are gradually taking over the state. From the eyes of the law, I think they should go back to the constitution that governed them, that brought them in, and the governor, the present governor, should focus on the mandate and forget about the local government. They have granted them autonomy to run, to rule, to manage their local government. Sir, I will tell you before now, when we were growing up in Benin City, when local government were local government, you could see every street in the local government were taken care of by the local government. But now the reverse is the case. There's nothing like that again. So I will ask, let the government itself, the governor, go back and focus on the issue why he was elected into office, and allow the local government to run on its own.
For the issue of the local government has been going on, for me, I think the House of Assembly and the local government legislative arm have done the right thing. Doing the right thing in the sense that this SGA chairmen have been accused of insubordination and misappropriation of funds. What ordinarily should happen is they stepping aside for proper investigation by the committee set up by the Edo State government for just 2 months. You know, so for me, I believe that is the right thing that is going on. They should step aside and allow the investigation to go on. And if they are not found wanting, then they return back to their seat as local government chairmen. So the issue is very clear. Like there was a memo that went around, even produced by the Nugget chairman, by the I think Oriomo, they produced a memo of 800 million naira for environmental and security. I don't know what they used it for. How do you use 800? What have we done with the 800 million? I'm like my place. Insecurity is ravaging my village, Uzea. What have we done with the 800 million? So, and the allegations are everywhere. The state government have come out to say these guys have removed about 12 billion naira from their account to service their party, the PDP. So the only thing to do is for the chairman to step aside and clear their name, rather than causing unnecessary issues here and there. Just step aside, allow the investigation to be carried out. Then, when you're not found wanting, you return back to your office. Why causing issues here and there? For me, I strongly stand with the government that the right thing should be done. SGA chairman should step aside and allow the committee set up by the state government to investigate the misappropriation of funds. It's our money. Before now, local government used to tar road, but these days we don't see anything anymore. And after, since Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu entered into office, we know that IGR federal allocation that goes to the state and local government have increased. But we cannot see anything in Edo that this SGA chairman have done for the people. And whether I like it or not, SGA is supposed to be the closest to the people in the grassroots. And if the amount of funds that have entered, if we are not seeing anything that they've done with it, so it's better for them to step aside, let investigation go on. Those that are free will return back to their office. They say it's 2 months, just 2 months. So they should allow the investigation to be carried out.
In Edo State, we have elected local government in place. And when they considered there was a threat, they went to court. And the High Court judgments there subsisting that governor, you cannot suspend or dissolve local government. Besides that, the state government also, some of them, they will come and give financial account, which is contrary to the judgment of the Supreme Court and the High Court judgment, totally illegal. Not done with that. The House of Assembly also illegally went to suspend the chairman of all the local government, which is also illegal. Not done with that. The same people went to court, High Court judgment still subsisting, that you cannot have regard to the Supreme Court judgment, which is the apex court in this country. Then where are we going? Are we creating anarchy? I'm not done with that. There are employed talks, what have you, going to local government to be fighting using all sorts of what they call impeachment or whatever they call it, I don't know. I think the whole scenario is sad and foggy and ugly. I think they have Attorney General on the ground. We should advise them. Otherwise, we are playing to the scenario of 1965 that led to the collapse of the First Republic. We should follow the rules of law if we must survive. This is my view about the whole thing. All the hula baloo about things, suspension, impeachment, to me, they are all creation of anarchy. Let us subscribe to the rule of law and obey judgments of the court. If you say we are practicing democracy, which is rooted on the principle of rule of law. For so far as I'm concerned, all the happenings now, they're practically illegal. That's my view about it. I wish the Federal Attorney General has spoken, and that the party they belong to, that your suspension is illegal. What else do they want? That's my view about it. I think the rule of thugs and brigandry should end. Let us follow the path of legality so that we can move forward.
You've heard the voices, some of them divergent, some of them are in support of it, others are not in support of it. Whatever it takes to make Edo State better, that is what we are looking out for. Some call it hijacking of the process. Others are saying no, it is a rebirth of the process. But what do you feel about this? In all of this, one thing is certain. Edo citizens and Edo State should come out first, no matter the outcome of this squabble. We'll do it again, same time next week. Wishing Masha reporting.